And here's some of what else is now closed in California: fitness centers, places of worship, hair salons and barbershops, malls, you name it. Again, this is in California. All of these places are still open here in Texas, but Governor Abbott has threatened to do the same thing here in Texas if things do not change. And today, the state reported more than 5,600 new cases. Dallas County hitting its 11th day of reporting more than 1,000 cases, and the number of tests coming back positive now higher than 16%. And this is the number we should really pay close attention to. Hospitals are now treating more than 10,000 patients for COVID-19. That's why the Army is in Houston. Local hospitals are at a breaking point trying to care for patients. A task force from the Department of Defense arrived today to help, along with a civilian disaster medical assistance team. Houston city leaders are now calling for another stay-at-home order until the hospitalization curve comes back down. Now, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has extended funding of the drive-through testing site at Dallas's Ellis Davis Fieldhouse. Federal support was set to end this week, but will now continue through at least July the 31st. Anyone can be tested at this site, regardless of where you live. The hours are 8 in the morning until 5 p.m. through Saturday, Monday through Saturday. They do close for the day once they have reached their testing capacity.